Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Cardinals going up against the Packers. So with that, let's get up to Lambeau Field. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. First carry now. This is Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
The direct snap to Johnson. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
A good explosive run there sets him up with a new set of downs, and every team wants to start their game with a really nice drive. 3 and out. No one wants to see that, and they were able to avoid it after that run.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd, 55 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And oh, he kicked it out of bounds. That's a big penalty.
And this is where the rest of the team turns and stares at the kicker and says, you have one job. Execute it.
They come out here in the eye. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacy. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Here's the offensive unit coming out onto the field in just a moment. Randall Cobb, very good at wideout.
Went to college to be a quarterback. Discovered his talents couldn't be limited to one position. He's a 1,000-yard receiver every year for his quarterback.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it complete. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
26.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 57 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Caught by Nelson left side. A good pickup there at 22. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Rodgers will hand to Lacy. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You almost hear the wheels turning all the way up here. Do I go out of bounds? Do I put my head down and try and gain additional yardage? In this situation, I probably would have put my head down and just tried to get upfield. Going out of bounds did them no good, and they lost additional yardage.
One back is Lacy. On second down, here's Rodgers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lacy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 10-yard. Pick up, and it moves the chains. Now a handoff. Johnson. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown, 29 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Catanzaro now for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Packers get set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And his throw here's incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the penalty now, Lacey. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Again, it's Lacy. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Finding time toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
12 yards there as they move to James.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They go play action for Lacy. Now Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
the penalty. It's Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Arizona first down. Back to throw. And he finds Fitzgerald. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll set up to throw. And Gresham has it left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory. Remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a second 1,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that, well, that's a big reason why they're winning the game.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Here we go. What? Done it. What? Done it. Slant. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Come on, let's go. What? Done.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's complete right around the 8. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And now it's 4th down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Now it's Peterson. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to try for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
One back is Lacey. He'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's JVCom now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return is Peterson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Nelson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
They go to Johnson again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Snap count threw the defense off. 5-yard penalty. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Here's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after After the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Here we go.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They come out here in the eye. They start the drive on the ground with laces. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Again, it's Johnson. And he cuts it right sideline. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Play clock winding down. On the ground, this is Johnson. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll need to get the play off quickly. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and goal. Now Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.
turn up. I'm breaking in. I'm at the pearly gates, but they won't let it in. I told the devil, I said, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. No, I ain't trying to sin, yeah. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in. I'm breaking in.